here comes a movie called Menace to Society.
Right.
Now, from what I understand, the Hughes brothers had seen you in the Janet Jackson
Janet
video.
Jackson and America's Most Wanted.
America's Most Wanted. So how did that whole initial set of meetings come together?
I was at the house not doing nothing. My mom was like, "You need to go to school. I'm bored." She's like, "You need to do something." I'm like, I go out in the middle of the grass like, "God, please do something. I don't want to." They're like, "Yeah, man. We just want to. Don't worry about too much. Just come in. You know what I'm saying? We just want to see how you look on camera and stuff like that or whatever." And I was like, "Okay." And they were saying like, "We're a big fan of yours," and I literally just said a few lines and left. I leave and I just had a good feeling about it or whatever. Then Alan called me like a couple of days later and said, "I'm coming to get you. Come over to my house." They take me to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. They talking to me and then they under the table he had the Menace to Society script and he's like, "You're Caine," and gave me the script just like that.
You just read a couple of lines.
A couple of lines. It wasn't even an audition like that. It was just more like they knew that what they wanted because they seen me do a reenactment on America's Most Wanted, and then they seen the Rhythm Nation.
So tell me about how the movie starts to come together with the cast. By the time you were cast, was there anyone else locked in yet?
Nobody really was locked in like that.
So O-Dog wasn't there yet?
O-Dog wasn't there yet. And we were reading for other people. Jada, nobody was there yet. Jada came in and read.
Right, Jada Pinkett's in it.
Yeah.
I told him MC8.
MC8.
I think Saphir made a cameo.
Saphir made a cameo.
Too Short made a cameo.
Too Short made a cameo.
MC Pooh.
Yeah,
it was like a hip hop movie.
Yeah,
it was like a real hip hop like cameo kind of like they were throwing in all these Bay Area rappers. But then something happens with Tupac.
Right.
The story that MC8 told me, from his point of view, he said that
my take on it was every time we got ready to rehearse, he had an opinion about his character and just started going, "Well, why my character ain't this? Why this? Why that?" So he wanted them to write in the script why he turned Muslim. His little brother had got killed, whatever, but they wasn't going to show all that.
Okay.
It was just the point of view.
So there was more to the story than just he just showed up late and they...
Yeah,
okay.
He didn't want that character. He wanted his imagery. This is a movie about some gang banging ass living in the hood. Okay, if you want me to play the righteous dude, then you gon' fucking show why I turned righteous. Tupac is just this...
square Muslim dude.
Yeah, you know, peace my brothers and all. Fuck that. You gonna show a motherfucker why I turned Muslim.
Okay.
And they didn't want to do it.
Okay.
And that's what started to fall out.
My version of it is Tupac came into the reading. We were all there. Me, I don't know if MCA was there yet. It was me, Larenz, Jada. We're all at the reading or whatever. And in the middle of it, Tupac was like, "Man, I don't know. I can't get into this character. It's just, I need more meat. I need some more." I was like, "I'm sorry, I just can't get in." And then Alan Hughes was like, "Tupac, why you acting like a bitch? You're acting like a bitch right now. You acting like a straight bitch. Let's step outside." This is what I hear. So Tupac and Alan Hughes step outside. Alan comes back in, and Tupac never returns. That was the last time I seen Tupac.
Alan Hughes calls Tupac a bitch.
He called him a bitch.
And how did Tupac react when he was called a bitch?
He didn't call him a bitch back. He just walked out. I guess him and Alan had a relationship.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that Tupac let Alan call him a bitch and was like, "What nigga was happening then?" It was just more like Alan was like, "Nigga, you acting like a bitch right now. Step outside." They had their conversation and Tupac never showed up again. And then they hired my boy Vontae Sweet, who plays Sharif.
And that was the last time Tupac was associated with the film.
The film. I didn't know Tupac at the time. I was young and fresh from my own block, so I felt a little disrespected at the time. I was like, "Man, who is this nigga coming up here interrupting the motherfucker? Like, we trying to do the movie. I'm starring in it. Whoever this nigga is fucking up my shit. I need this movie to go." Tupac wasn't Tupac. He was just another nigga that was trying to rap to me. So why you fucking up my shit? That's how I felt.
Were you and Tupac, before that outburst, were you guys interacting at all or not really?
Not really. Not really. We wasn't really interacting. He apologized.
Or as the bishop role, whatever, he wanted to maintain that character with his image of acting. And he wasn't ready to be, you know, of course we seen Pac in a gang of movies. And they wanted him to be around all of us. You got 8 over here, you got Too Short, you got, you know, and even the actor motherfuckers are hardcore. Why I gotta be the calm down dude? It was
Saphir.
Right.
Saphir was the rapper.
They didn't want him in the movie. They didn't want him in the movie. So, because the Hughes brothers knew him. They shot 3-4 his videos. They had worked with Pac. They knew his work ethic.